In Bilf, the fly fishers are back on dry land. Freddie's preparing the barbie for tonight's fishy feast, while Sarah's about to suggest a side dish to challenge the strongest of stomachs.
Just now, Bonnie, we're cutting up the veg so that we're going to make a little bit of soup that we can have while Fred's cooking the fish and vegetables on the barbecue.
Yeah.
We've got a special ingredient we'll add for extra...
What's that?
benefits. That'll be nettles.
Fancy
eating some nettles? No. This is Rosie's most favourite soup.
Nettle soup.
Nettle soup.
Mmm, yummy. And free. And packed with vitamins and minerals. So what not to like?
It's very weird picking nettles. For food, especially. I don't think I'm going to like this soup at all, but I'm going to try it. I just think because I know there's nettles in it, it's going to put me off. But we'll see, maybe it'll taste really nice and I'll love nettles.
At least Bonnie's willing to give nettles a go. But what's fussy eater Jenny going to make of them?
What are you going to say they are?
What to Jenny? Do you think she'll notice that we've come back with some green stuff?
She's going to ask what they are.
What do you think we could get away with?
Nothing.
You never know, she might not notice them. Unless, of course, they've got a particularly pungent flavour.
We'll have to give them a wash just in case some dogs have peed up them.
Yeah, she might notice that.
Jenny, we're having a bit of soup.
Yeah.
It's got a few special ingredients in. What does that look like to you?
Nettles.
It's a kind of nettle. It's native to around here.
Are you sure it's not poisonous?
It's not poisonous. Obviously you've got to wear gloves so you don't get a sting. And when we cook the nettles, we lose the sting. The taste of a nettle soup really is, I would say it's a cross between a spinach and watercress.
I don't know, I'll try it and see how it goes.
Go on then, if you turn that hob off then, and we'll leave that one simmering away. Oh, that doesn't look appetising when it just plops like that.
Bonnie's face. Go on, you try. Just do it. No, you go first. Go on, just give it a try. It just smells like stew. It's nice.
Still breathing, Liv?
Yeah, I'm still
Good
breathing.
girl.
I'm a dietitian, so as well as dispensing advice about health eating, I know that most of us should be moving more too. But for some of us, the thought of sweating it out in the gym is our worst nightmare. But we know we should be exercising. What do we do? In the family life swap, we saw two families with very different lifestyles change places for a week. And as for many of us, getting started on exercise was the biggest hurdle for Bonnie.
What we've planned this afternoon is to go for a nice long bike ride.
Oh my god, it was in here! My thumb is hurting already. Oh, my legs.
As well as the obvious benefits to the body, exercise is really good for the mind and increases our self-esteem. Exercise releases endorphins in the brain that gives us a natural high and makes us feel as good on the inside as it does on the outside. As Bonnie discovered when she finished her first cycle challenge.
Feeling really good. Exercise gives you a good feeling, I think. All the blood's rushing around my body.
So if all this equipment is daunting, what exercise should we be doing to get ourselves started? And how can we build it into our daily lives and enjoy it? A little bit and often is key. Here are my steps on the road to better fitness. Parking the car further away or getting off the bus to stop earlier, it all counts. Set yourself goals of parking a little further from the shops or the house each time you go out. Before you know it, it'll be the norm. Walking is an ordinary, everyday activity, so we don't think of it as exercise. In fact, walking briskly for half an hour can burn about 150 calories. Once you've got the habit, set yourself targets like walking 10,000 steps a day using a pedometer. Why not take the stairs instead of the lift? If a flight of stairs seem daunting, take it easy. It's free and it burns calories. The more you take the stairs, the easier it will become. Studies have shown fantastic health benefits for stair climbers. Don't poo-poo a Wii or any other active games console. It can be a great way to get the blood pumping in your front room, and it's okay to have a laugh when you're exercising. It's all about finding something that floats your boat, whatever it may be. A martial art, aerobics, a dance DVD. It means that it becomes less of a chore and you start enjoying it. You'll feel happier and healthier, and the best news is exercise increases your metabolism, so even when you're not exercising, you're still burning up calories. So here's an action replay. Get walking. Take the stairs. Think inside the box. Go on, get out there, try different things and have a blast. Being a parent, I know how difficult it is to say no to your children, but sometimes when food is concerned, tough love is the best way forwards. In the family life swap, we saw two very different families share their lifestyles with each other. Helen shows her family affection through food, and she allows the girls to eat pretty much whatever they want.
Do you like kebabs?
Yeah, I love a good kebab.
Excellent. That's my girl.
Here are some simple ground rules to help the whole family adopt healthy eating habits. When you're sitting watching your favourite programme, it's really easy to fall into the trap of having your dinner on your lap. But there's plenty of evidence to back up that we should be eating at the table as a family, and this is a great opportunity for parents to be role models. We eat more fruit and veg, and we're less likely to have fried food and pop. If you don't already eat at the table, try building it up gradually. Start with once a week. Are you like Helen? Do you cook multiple meals for everyone?
I'm very guilty actually of, I'll cook a meal and if they won't eat it, I can't bear to think that they'll go hungry, so I'll go and cook them something else. And there have been times where I've had all the kids home and I've cooked 6 different meals.
Encourage everyone to eat the same meal. It's really easy to fall into the trap of pandering to fussy eaters. The whole family should have one meal rather than lots of variations. I know breaking the cycle sounds daunting, but persevere, it's worth it. Sometimes it can become a family tradition to have a heavy pudding after a meal, but we really shouldn't make it a regular thing. I'm not one to turn down a slice of cake from time to time, but we certainly shouldn't be having indulgent desserts on a daily basis. Why not try something a bit healthy, like fruit and a yoghurt? A simple swap can make all the difference. 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream is 140 calories, whereas a bowl of fruit salad is only 60. Don't expect to achieve all these goals in one go. Set yourself realistic targets. Here's a quick reminder. Eat at the table. 1 meal for everyone. Limit indulgent desserts. Take a leaf out of Sarah's book from the Family Life Swap. She's been very firm with her girls about eating well.
Are you being forced to eat it?
No.
She's going to kill you with kindness.
I know.
So you need to set her right. Yeah, I know. She's lovely. And she's going to kill you with kindness, and you're going to find it so hard to get back on that track, lovely.
For most of us, a trip to the butcher's or farmer's market is a rarity. Our connection with the food we eat is in the supermarket, and it stops there. These days, children are used to seeing meat and fish coming out of a polythene bag rather than from a river or a field. And a few months ago, I asked the child, "Where do you think tuna comes from?" And they said a supermarket. In just a few generations, we've lost touch with where food comes from and the joy of cooking it. The more we know about our food and how to prepare it, the more likely we are to understand its effect on the body and our health. In the family life swap, we saw two families change lives with each other for a week. Bonnie and Jenny went away for a camping trip with the Thompson parents, and for the first time in their lives, went fishing.
Like that?
Yeah. Back, quick.
Oh,
You got a fish. Jenny?
it's
What
not
is
big.
that? Jenny's just caught on her first cast. Hold your rod up. A brown trout.
I'm not saying that we should all rush to the nearest river with our fishing rods, but teaching our kids that milk comes from a cow, not a carton, gives them an interest in food, which will follow through to their inquisitive appetites. Here are a few top tips to give our kids the food know-how. Simple activities such as having a windowsill garden, a vegetable patch, or sprouting seeds in a jar all helps their understanding of where food comes from. Going apple picking or berry picking gets kids hands-on with the food we eat. They'll get an understanding of how different seasons bring different crops. Take the kids with you to a farmer's market or a farm shop. This will teach them that food doesn't magically appear at the supermarket or convenience store. They will be able to see the difference between the odd-shaped veg with soil on them as opposed to the uniform, clean veg that are in the supermarkets. Getting kids to cook with you is a surefire way to get them interested in the food we eat from an early age. It's also guaranteed to make them hungry. Young cooks turn into old cooks, so you'll create a habit for life. Childhood is a time when individuals learn, or don't learn, to enjoy a wide variety of food. Know your food like you know your kids. Here's a quick knowledge recap. Get gardening. Hit the markets. Put your pinnies on. Experience your food. What Bonnie and Jenny did on their trip to the country was something completely alien to them, but it taught them the basic essentials of the food chain, even if they didn't always like the outcome.
Oh my God, I've caught him in! Help me, someone help! I can't look at it, I feel so bad.
As a dietitian, I meet people all the time who struggle to keep a diet going. We all know the story. It's been a hard day, you're tired, and there's a packet of chocolate biscuits in the kitchen with your name on it. It'll cheer you up, and you can get back on the straight and narrow tomorrow. Most of us have started a diet with loads of motivation, but unfortunately it dwindles after a couple of days. As we saw in the family life swap, where two families with very different lifestyles changed places for a week, the temptation to indulge or fall off the wagon is easy.
But you know, we have managed to eat, I think, a little bit healthier than we were
What
eating.
about to indulge in now?
apart from the curry and chips behind me.
I work on the theory that temptation and self-doubt will happen, but if you have the ammunition to deal with it, it makes it a lot easier. Here are my top tips to keep your mojo. You're doomed if you look at this as a diet. This is a lifestyle. If you want to maintain your weight loss, you have to keep it up for life. The 21-day rule says that if you maintain a change for 21 days, it will become a habit, not a long time in the grand scheme of things. And don't expect miracles. 1 to 2 pounds a week is a great weight loss goal. Perfection doesn't exist. Just because you've had one slice of cake, don't think to yourself, I've blown it, and go on a splurge. It wasn't a failure, it was a choice. Ditch the all or nothing mentality. If you keep yourself smiling and have a positive mental attitude, you'll think yourself slim and healthy. Never underestimate the power of the mind. Do you eyeball your fridge or rummage through the cupboards? My advice, stick a picture of yourself from a time when you were happier with your weight on the fridge. And leave yourself notes such as, am I really hungry? Is it worth it? What are you doing in here? Sounds odd, but it will make you stop and think. Warning, your partner may laugh. Lifelong changes don't happen overnight, so take it slow. If it took you 5 years to gain this weight, then it's not going to fall off overnight. Here's a recap of my 3 top tips. It's a lifestyle. Positive mental attitude. Make a note of it. As we can see from the Hewell family, a little bit of encouragement in the right direction and support from each other can make all the difference. And you know what? It can be good fun too.
It can be done just by making little changes and just incorporating them into your routine. It becomes second nature after a while. And